Honda have finally done it. After watching and observing Royal Enfield dominate the sub 400 modern classic market for so long, they've decided to fight back with this, the GB350S. Now, this is a retro-styled single-cylinder thumper that is designed to go head-to-head with Royal Enfield's beloved 350s. But is this a real contender, or is it just a pretender? Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have Honda's GB350S. The bike is priced at £3,949 and is available in 3 colour options. We have Pearl Deep Mud Grey, which is this one, Gunmetal Black Metallic and Pucco Blue. At its heart, we have a 348cc air-cooled single-cylinder producing 20.78 brake horsepower at 5,500 revs and 29 Nm of torque at 3,000 revs. If we look at suspension on this bike, at the front we have non-adjustable telescopic forks and we have twin shocks at the rear. And with brakes, we have a humble 310mm disc with a 2-piston caliper. At the rear, a 240mm disc and a single pot caliper. Features of this bike include Honda's selectable torque control, aka traction control, a slipper clutch, LED lights all round, an analogue display and emergency stop lights. Right, let's get to riding. Woo! Okay guys and girls, it is not a warm day today. It is not a warm day, but it's a dry day, touch wood, so far. So, we're out and about, we're having a mooch, we're having a bit of a rip around on the GB350S. Now when I first saw this at Motorcycle Live, I thought it was a very pretty thing. I almost feel like with this bike, if you were on it and you were riding past another biker and you were both passing each other, you could almost be forgiven for mistaking this bike for one of the, I don't know, Triumph Speed Twin models. It's just got that kind of aesthetic look about it, in my opinion. Now, of course, it isn't like a Speed Twin by any stretch of the imagination because we are rocking just under 21 brake horsepower. Today, I'm going to be talking from my perspective, a 5'4" individual with a 29-inch inside leg measurement and a weight of around 60 kg. I'll pop that up in pounds for anyone that wants to know that. In fact, I'll pop my other metrics for everything up, just so that you guys across the pond can understand. Right, so the plan today is to find some twisty-ish roads because I really want to see how this thing handles. So far, so good. Swing it round. We've got some Metzelence Torrents Next tyres on this bike, which is a bit more of like an adventure bikey tyre. So I think that's kind of pretty cool that it's got some decent rubber on. Decent! But yeah, it's actually quite nice to be on something with 20 brake horsepower. We've been getting quite a few, you know, fairly powerful bikes on the channel of late, and it is nice just to ride the bikes that will appeal to, I don't know, maybe one, a newer rider, two, maybe somebody that has like a big powerful bike or a heavy adventure bike and they just want something a little bit lighter, a little bit more nimble, a little bit more pop to the shop friendly. And I totally understand why you'd consider one of these, because the price is absolutely ridiculous. Just shy of £4,000 for a brand new Honda, a single cylinder, air cooled, pop pop. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, it's telling me we're riding economically. It's flashing its little eco light at me because we're riding so slow. Oh yeah, I really want to get this on some kind of roads where you can wang it round a little bit, because just from what I've gathered so far, I feel like it is a bike that you can wang around and it'll hold a line confidently, and it just feels great when you like charge into the bend. I'm feeling good about this bike, I really am. So a few important things I think you'll want to know if you're in the market for one of these. It's got a seat height of 800mm, but don't be deceived by that, that sounds quite low. But I am kind of on my tiptoes on either foot, well both feet, because the seat is quite wide and it does kind of splay your legs out a little bit. Ah, it's telling me to turn left up there, that'll do. We're heading to the beautiful hills of Rivington. Oh, take the next left, not right. Gosh, Kate, learn your lefts and rights, girl. Okay, so we are going on this road, which is a bit more twisty wisty. Yeah, as I was saying, sorry, before I got confused between my lefts and rights, because apparently I'm a 6-year-old child. Yeah, in terms of height, I would say that it is deceptively tall. So if you hit 800mm and think, oh, that's going to be quite a low, you know, bike. I've got a mate who's quite short. Definitely get them to sit on the bike just to see how they feel and how comfortable they are, and obviously, you know, ride if you can. So yeah, kind of deceptively taller than you would think. Weight wise, 178 kilograms. It's so easy to push around, it's super light, there's no stress, there's no drama, it's just very easy to move around. And you know, in the world of big heavy adventure bikes and stuff like that, it is actually a bit of a welcomed change. Now when it comes to fuel, this is obviously my first hop on this bike. It's saying I've got 2 bars, but I'm not worried. I'm not looking to find a fuel station, because Honda claim that this bike can do 570 kilometres to this 15-litre tank, which to us in the UK translates to 350 miles. Now I don't think in real world riding this bike will ever achieve that, but it seems like it could make a nice video idea, certainly, to see what we can actually get out of this. Whenever I get on bikes that are, you know, fairly low in power like this, you really do have to kind of wipe your mind of comparing it to other bigger bikes, because it's just not designed to be a speed demon. It's just not. But we have to judge this bike for, you know, what it was made for. It was made as a bit of a poodler, let's be real, because you're not gonna win any races with 20 brake horsepower and 29 newton meters of torque. We're not really gonna pull the skin off a rice pud, are we? But I'm pretty sure that when we get on these nationals, it will be nice to push it a little bit, put a shift in and just see how it handles. Now, one of the first things that usually hits my mind when it comes to single cylinders is vibration. So I'm going to give you my first impressions of, you know, how vibey this bike feels. But so far I'm not really, you know, there's no vibrations worth talking about at town speeds, which is good. But obviously the vibrations usually kind of rear their ugly head higher up in the rev range you get, so we'll try and make it sing a bit. Oh, fucking hell. Well, that wasn't good, was it? Well, that woke me up. Sorry for my language. Okay, let's hope it's not done any damage to the tyre, because that wasn't fun. But yeah, as I said, we're just judging it in its own right as a little plodder, because I feel like these things are designed for, you know, commuting, town work, the odd country lane, but I wouldn't think you're gonna do any mad miles, big motorway miles, touring and stuff like that, because I reckon it'd probably get to, I don't know, 60-70 mile an hour. I haven't checked yet, I've not been on the motorway, but I think it would be screaming for its dear life. It's 5-speed gearbox. It will definitely be screaming for its life and pleading for mercy, and it's just not that kind of bike. So yeah, if you have broader ambitions with the world and where you want to end up, I don't think a bike with 20 brake horsepower is the one for you. But handling this kind of stuff, oh, it does it beautifully. Like the little town wobbling, little town put in. Yeah, I'm on my tiptoes on both feet. That's crazy. I did not think I would be on tiptoes. I was expecting it to be me hopping on it being like, oh yeah, this will be great for the really, really short people. Could be better. But that wide seat is comfy, what I'm experiencing so far. And this is why motorbikes are great for weaseling past knobbers like that block junctions. Got a feeling we might be doing a little bit of weaselage up here, but we'll see. We'll wait and see. Yeah, let's commit. Commits to the weaselage.
Hello.
The camping biker.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
No, but I will.
Oh, right.
Thank you. I'm Usernamekate.
Are you?
Yeah.
Not a moment. We just have a chat. Or
Yeah.
Are you busy?
Yeah, of course.
Down there?
Yeah, sure.
Did I follow you?
Yeah, we're at the petrol station.
Yeah,
Lead the way. You meet the nicest people on a bike.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you out test riding this?
Yeah, I'm just reviewing it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Do you know these? I must admit. Well, I can't really afford to keep buying bikes.
I feel
I'm
that.
retired, you know, well, mostly retired.
Yeah.
But something like this would be perfect as an extra bike.
Yeah, it was. I was just saying that on my little ramblings. You can sit on it if you want to feel it.
That's funny, isn't it? How you bump
I
into
know,
people.
yeah, for sure. Oh, it does look beautiful.
It does. I love the colour as well.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it? It's getting good reviews, isn't it?
Do you know what? It handles lovely. The power delivery is real sweet on it. Yeah, I'm really liking it.
It is limited capacity.
Yeah.
But what people are, the ones I've watched, on the roads that we're using, it's very talky.
It is. It's all right. It's not too bad, to be fair.
I tell you what, that riding position is perfect, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, honestly.
Maybe if I was about 6'7", it wouldn't be.
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'9".
5'9". Do you know what your inseam is?
I don't.
You don't. Fair enough. Well, this is what it looks. Somebody, 5'9". You'll be on the video.
So, from the camping biker.
There you go.
This, I've only just sat on it, but it's so comfortable.
Awesome.
Take it easy.
Yeah, you too.
Is that? It's not from Blackpool, that one.
No, it's from Honda themselves.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, just got it for about 2 weeks, I reckon.
Well, you can tell Honda I'm going to have to save up and buy one.
I'll tell him.
Yeah.
I'll say, do a good deal for him.
Yeah.
See you later.
You have your camera now.
Oh, sod's law.
Look after yourself.
You too. See you later. What's your name? Your actual?
Oh, sorry, it's Andrew.
Andrew. Cool,
Yeah,
cool,
Andrew.
cool. Well, I'm Kate.
Yeah.
See you later, Andrew. Way, we've got a national. Finally. Now it's just tried spitting. So I love that for us, but at least we can start giving it a bit of a wang around, can't we? Now this car's going to be overtaking this in a second. I appreciate your indication, but I also clocked it. And he's staying out because he is a good car driver. And I appreciate that from him. I'll give him a nice big thumbs up. Okay, so, you know, the roads are a bit greasy, not great, but we've got some Metzlers on. We're keeping it open. In 4th gear, it's doing alright, with my little runtas on it. So we're not quite at 60. Now we're at 60. Another national, alright. We found one. So, let's wide open, 3rd gear, 50. We're climbing, 60. And then we just shifted up into 4th. And just keep it singing. See how it handles around here. Again, the roads aren't perfect, as you can see. But in 4th gear, keeping it open. I'm keeping it open in 4th gear because, in fact, we'll change to 5th just to see what it's all about, but I feel like you kind of then start slowing down a little bit if you hit a hill. So we'll just calm our tatties because we've got a bend here. And we don't want to Evel Knievel it. So 4th gear, still wide open. Bit of British pride. Okay. Brakes. The brakes are actually not too bad. The brakes, given the fact that they're not massively strong, that was alright stopping power with a bit of front and back. Nice log in the road, love that for us. So on the brakes, yeah, that's alright. Just keep it open. We're in 3rd gear, so 3rd gear is definitely the fun gear. Brakes a little bit, just to wang it round. Oh. Just brake a little bit for this because we can't really quite see what's round. Well, we can, it's opened up. Yeah, that handles, man. That handles well. I am suitably impressed with that. Before you all come at me for my dreadful road positioning today, you just got to adapt a little bit when you're on really bad roads. And sometimes you can't always take the perfect line. Oh, the daffers are out! Yes! You know what that means? We've got nice weather coming, hopefully. Okay, so we've got a tight bend here. Drop it into 2nd actually because it's a forever bend. Oh yeah. And this looks quite tight. 2nd gear. I wouldn't say it's got a massive amount of punch, of course, but it's got enough if you're in the right gear to you know, make some shapes. Keep her open into 4th. Yeah, look at this. We're doing 60 mile an hour fine on this at 60 kilograms. I can imagine you'll probably be able to do it fine, but you might have to just ring it a little bit more than I am. But yeah, this handles very, very competently. This is actually very impressive. I'm going to chill it out a bit here because the road is a bit loose. Still in a national, but looking very wet. So we'll just calm our tatties. Yeah, I think that was a cracking indication, hopefully, of how this can be a little country lane slayer. It's just one of them that you just keep open. You just got to keep it open. So it's looking quite wet here. We'll put it into 3rd gear, slipper clutch doing its thing. Oh, look at all this gravel, not nice. Nice tight bend, brakes working beautiful, keep it quite tight because of that car. Okay, and then we just have it wide open while it gradually picks its speed up. Again, third gear on the brakes. Yeah! Oh, that's the limiter! We hit that. Relative. Oh, Jesus wept. We got the horses, we got the horses. Got a nice wave from them. Thank you! You can see it's very, very clear. And we could absolutely wobble over now. Okay, right, now that we've passed the horses in a respectful manner, we can get back on with the video. Oh, that's the thing with the single cylinder, you've got that proper throbbing sound, that and yeah, I don't want to stress the animals. Oh no, it's raining! For God's sake, of course it's raining, it couldn't not rain. It's a Usernamekate review. Right, we'll calm down. There's grids, gravel, CHATPERS! Oh, it's just a typical day, isn't it? It's just a typical day in the countryside. But do you know what? I have so much faith in these tyres. I absolutely love Torrance Nexts. Third gear. Pop, 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 pop. Let's go. Oh no, this is gas. This is garbage. No! Not the rain, I'm sick of it! Single track road. Cute. Single track road with passing places. Okay, so on that country lane blast, I didn't suffer with, oh god, look at this road, what the heck? I didn't suffer with any vibration issues with the bike, which is pretty nice. Oh my god, look how raised the road is. That's pretty terrible. Oh yeah, it's coming down now. It's right coming down. Time for home, said Zebedee. Oh, I thought I was going to avoid this rain. I thought I was going to miss it. But life had other plans. Life had other plans. Back brake and the front brake on this, when combined, you know, it just stops it beautifully. I think it's got adequate brakes on for the amount of power that it's got. The suspension on it, I have zero complaints. We've got no adjustability, but honestly, from how it's been riding today, it's felt pretty stable. Oh no, I've got swamp crotch. Okay, right, so we're actually en route to a bit of motorway now. So we'll see how quickly it gets up to speed, how easily it gets up to speed. Okay, so, oh yeah, but it hits the limiter quite quick. It's quite short gearing in first. Second, we're in third. We don't have a rev counter, so there we go. Fourth gear, and then we'll put it in fifth. We're all good. So we're flat out. We're doing 75 according to the speedo, so probably more real time 70. Lord have mercy, I haven't even got my thermal lining in this because the last time I wore it I didn't have it in, and lol. I really did just YOLO it, and yeah, YOLOing it probably wasn't the best idea. Right, I'm flat out. I'm trying to overtake this guy, but we've got a headwind and we've got a hill, and we're at 70 on the speedo, and he's not wanting to go any faster. Come on, baby. Come on, you're only hiking along 60 kilograms. Come on, we've got a downhill now. Come on, just give me a bit of clearance so I can pull in front of it and not stress this car out or anyone coming up behind me. No, he's speeding up. Of course he is. I don't have the capacity, big man. Please have mercy on me. Oh no. I'm all out. I can't give any more, guys. We're at 72, I reckon, on the speedo. Oh, he's dropped back now. He's dropped back. He's letting me in. I can't give any more. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. Oh man, I forgot how much I love little bikes. Right, guys and girls, the ride bit of this video went on a little bit longer than I anticipated, so I'm going to hit you with hopefully some quick fire pros and cons just based off that short little ride that I had on this bike. So what I will say is, number one, the design, absolutely beautiful. It looks so classic, it looks classy, it looks elegant. I really think that Honda have hit the nail on the head when it comes to the design of the bike. The tank is stunning, the badge work looks pretty, the air-cooled engine with the fins is just timeless, and I think it looks beautiful. Moving on to number two, the handling of this bike, it really surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be anything special, but it turned out to be able to hold its own on country lanes and wet country lanes at that. And I also think that a part of that is down to the good kind of sticky rubber that's on this with the Metzeler Torrents Next. So the handling, the suspension and the tyres, the combination of that just gives you a really confidence, inspiring and stable ride. And yeah, I felt really good, you know, wanging it round on the country lanes. Another pro, number three, is the seat. Yes, it might be wide and, you know, deceptively tall for the seat height of 800mm, but it's super plushy, it's super comfy, and I think it looks gorgeous with the red stitching details. Like, for a bike of this price point, there are a few little bits on this bike where it's like, nice one Honda, you didn't have to do that, but you did, and it's paid off. And finally, I would say that a positive of this bike is its tank range. Now, I haven't put it to the test, I've had a little bimble out on it, but if the stats are anywhere near what Honda are claiming, then it's going to be quite an economical ride. You know, as I mentioned in the video, Honda are claiming you can get 350 miles to this tank. I mean, I'd be happy at 250 miles because I still think that's absolutely ridiculous, but we'll see in a later video. Okay, moving on to my cons. There aren't actually that many. The first one, what I'll say, is that eco light. We've got 20 brake horsepower Honda. I'm not quite sure we need an eco light to tell us when we're riding slowly through the town. It's a green light, it flashes, and I keep glancing down thinking, oh, have I knocked my indicator? Oh, I've accidentally shifted into neutral, because it's a green light and it's so irritating. But, you know, I would just probably put some tape over that if it was me. I know it doesn't really add to the look of this bike, but hey ho. Another con is it is very, very nicely finished, as I mentioned, you know, in the Pro with the design, but there are a few little aspects of the bike that do make it look a little bit cheap, and you can kind of see where the cost savings have been, like the bars, for example. They're a little bit skinny, you know, they look a bit flimsy. There's a few cast bits on here that, you know, don't look amazing. And the analog dash, I appreciate it's built to a price, but I would really like to be able to access my information from on the bars, but instead you've got one of those awkward little buttons that are on the side of the analog cluster. And, you know, it's a minor thing because of how cheap this bike is, but I'd just like that easy access, like a big I button or something, just to scroll through what's on that tiny little LCD screen. And then finally, I guess, like, personally, I would like this bike to have spoked wheels. I was speaking with my friend Wayne, and he was looking at it and he went, you know what that's missing? Some spoked wheels. And and I just pictured it in my head, and I was like, you know what, I think you're onto something. But I understand that they couldn't put spoked wheels on this bike and keep it at £3,945. Like, it just wouldn't be possible. So I'm not mad at these wheels, you know, they do a job, they look all right, but I think spoked wheels would have been the cherry on the cake. Well, guys and girls, what do you think about Honda's GB350S? I personally think it's lovely. It really surprised me. I think it is a great bike to just get on and poodle along. Yeah, it's got 20 brake horsepower, and I didn't have that as one of my cons because, you know, there are bikes that are 20 brake horsepower, so we're just going to compare it kind of against all those other bikes, and it is what it is. So does it really qualify as a con? I don't actually think so. But yeah, hopefully a little bit later down the line, I'd love to see Honda bring out a GB500S or a GB650S, because this bike, it's got potential to be built on as a range in the UK, and yeah, that's what I would personally like to see. Alright guys and girls, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye!